I know how to do all this stuff. I know how to read. I went to college. I graduated. What frustrates me is that you guys have this opportunity that someone's actually willing to take the time to get you to get caught up, and I feel like most of you guys, most of the time, don't care.
Morning, Fire Fam. Whew. Wasn't ready for that one. So, just when we thought all hope was lost and we were going to succumb to calling the private water trucks to fill our tanks, this happens. Hold on, let me see if this will pick this up. We'll see. This went a lot smoother in my head, but yeah, we're doing a special morning edition by the water tank because the water tank for the first time is talking back. It's telling us, how you doing? Yeah, man, it's about half full right now. Just checked it, and it looks like we won't have to call the water trucks as yet. However, we still haven't heard from the Water Commission on that 1 to 10 business days phone call that they were going to make to get us filled with their trucks. But this tank's about half full. That's going to get us at least another week or so until the next time the water comes in the pipe. So things are looking up in the universe. I'll drink to that. Rosh. But in all seriousness, our bananas are still growing quite quickly. Bunch of bananas. Enjoying watching that process go. The metaphors are rampant around here today. And we're back to reality, right? Had a pretty decent trip with the kids in Ochi this past few days, and I think reality again is once nipping at our heels, and how this is now going to transfer into daily existence back at the house. I don't know. The honeymoon phase is worn off. The new and exciting feel. You know, for those of us who've made the mistake of buying a brand new car and taking it home and just relishing in the fact that you have a new car and all is great with the universe until you park next to somebody else's vehicle and you come back an hour later or so and you see a nice large ding in the side of your door from that other person's vehicle who conveniently is no longer there anymore. I think that's my metaphor. Yeah, so we're starting to get a few dings in our new car, metaphorically speaking, and trying to figure out what's the best route to take to emotionally gravitate towards a more positive existence now that let's just say the newness factor has worn off and we're starting to get some miles on the tires. You know, we started off the tutoring program with probably 7 or 8 kids, and yesterday's session we had 4, and out of those 4, I would say probably 2 of them actually, you know, had a worthwhile session and doing some story problems involving math. So yeah, don't want to be a little downer or a little negative, but it's getting to the point where we kind of have to reevaluate, you know, those goals and dreams and ambitions of what you're going to do when you get to rural Jamaica and the change that you're going to make. Starting to have to dial it back a little bit and accept the realities that a lot of these kids are behind in their academics for certain reasons, right? Some of them maybe not the most motivated. Some of them behaviorally may have some challenges focusing. But there's a few, you know, diamonds in the rough in there, at least one that you're just going to stay hopeful for and continue to pursue the course of action that says what you're doing is worthwhile and meaningful, and it's going to pay off in the long run. So yeah, that's my little monologue for this morning. Just when things are looking a little down and you're getting a little bummed about people's lack of appreciation for what you're doing for them, or the fact that you come back from a few days of trip and adventure and only 1 out of the 4 children actually said thanks for, you know, giving them a unique experience that they maybe would not have had the opportunity to do so. Yeah, so we're going to tackle today. We're going to spend a little more time talking to you guys, and I want to paint a more realistic picture of what this existence is like. It's tough, you know. It's you know, normally social media is everybody's highlight reel and everything looks fancy, and I didn't exactly want this channel to be, you know, the Disney version of rural Jamaica, right? And I'm just trying to figure out how to portray the most accurate experience that I'm having, while also, you know, showing that not everything's always, you know, full water tanks and roses. So I think, yeah, today kind of marks that potential transition to give everybody a more realistic perspective on the less glamorous side of things, and making sure that we just try to stay true to what the experience is, so that you guys get an authentic experience as well. And don't get me wrong, there's some great positives and some amazing things that and joyful things that are happening. But there's also other sides that are happening, or other things that are happening that may get edited out in the past, or may not be discussed in the past. And I think this is the point where we kind of transition from that and, again, provide an authentic experience for you guys. So I'm going to sit by the water tank as it continues to fill, so I can fill my cup, even though my coffee's half gone. I'm going to try and stay positive on that one. There's plenty of water to make more now. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking tuned, and thanks for continuing to encourage me to find the positives in every aspect. Not every aspect, but in most aspects. Because, yeah, sometimes, some days it's a little bit more challenging to do that. And now that, you know, we're getting back to the school session starting, yeah, I'm curious how it's going to work, because I'll call them high expectations, you know, for these kids that I'm working with, and I want to find the ones that really want to put in the efforts. And the numbers are starting to dwindle a little bit, and who's actually stepping up, I guess. So there, I said it. I feel better. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking in there, not clicking on to the next video or skipping through to the good stuff like the sorry, no chase sequences coming up, but I do have a cool slow-mo of a wasp and a banana just for you guys. So good morning, everyone. Happy day. And hope your water tanks are getting filled as well as your emotional tanks. And let's do this.
Okay, first fiery challenge for you. You ever want to test your quality of relationship? Try being around each other all the time. Like don't go to work. Don't go off and any independent adventures. Spend quality time together the entire day and just see how it goes. That is a true test of a relationship. And I know some people have commented we have a unique relationship, my wife and I, but being here for the last few months together all the time is definitely tested some of them. But sometimes you just have to work out your differences. No, like literally work out your differences. So, but you get what I mean. Just a sec. boy Andre here working out today. Found it. See those muscles? Where's your muscles? Let's see it. Flex, flex, flex. Hold on, let me see it. Wow. Watch out. Muscle bound Andre coming your way. Yeah. Your turn. Nice. Found it. Good workout. Whew. Okay, just got done working out and Mama came by. Say hi, Mama. That's you close enough. And she brought, what is this called? What is this called?
Greater cake.
Greater cake.
Yes, sir.
And what's in greater cake?
Having nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, and raisin.
Oh, and you just how do you bake
And
it?
Sugar.
And sugar. You gotta have sugar.
Boil it in a pot.
Okay, and then you form it.
And then you use a spoon and scoop it.
Cool. It tastes good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Mama. My post-workout greater cake.
Yeah, man.
All
First
right.
eating it.
I think so. It's good. It's gonna-
It is nice.
Oh yeah. We might save some for Sonia. We might not. I don't know. She got her own.
A long time. I don't know if I think because a long time I never do it because I do the drops.
Yeah.
But I never do greater cake.
Okay.
When we have some crusade at church,
Okay.
ask somebody to do it.
Well, it tastes greater to me.
Yeah, man.
That's my bad joke for the day. All right.
Cool. So, wanted to take an opportunity to have a conversation with the boys. Andre, how you doing? Nice. And talk about the real experience that everybody's having. And so I was explaining to the boys that I'm a little frustrated with some things going on, and I was trying to get them to provide their input as well. So I'll just ask, does anybody have an idea what I might be a little frustrated about?
Oh, we are dining in a chair.
I might be frustrated that you're outside. Well, that you're choosing to be away from the table, which is just an example of Mario being Mario, right? Like, tell me if I'm lying. Mario likes to do what Mario wants to do when Mario wants to do it. Is that a true or false statement?
False.
Okay. So, in our experience in Ocho Rios, you didn't at any point in time take it upon yourself to do what you wanted to do rather than listen to other people. True or false?
False.
Really? So you never ran off on your own and not listening to people and left without anybody going with you?
Exactly.
Right. You never deliberately... Right. But as a minor, as a child in a town that you don't live in, and having to go through security and having to go to the apartment... Right, but the problem is that Mario does what Mario wants to do when Mario wants to do it, and doesn't business about how other people want him to do things or not.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. That's my opinion. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm providing examples as to what I'm talking about, along with my opinion. Same time, when I say, hey, let's let Dave bathe first because Mario's bathed first all the time.
No.
And Mario,
no.
You didn't bathe first every time in
I'm
Ocho.
I'm
not talking about it, bro.
Second,
I'm talking about Ochi.
well, maybe first this time.
Right. But you complained in the grill that Dave always bathed first, and so I had Dave not bathe first so you got an opportunity to do that because it was bothering you. I explained to you in Ochi, hey, it's Dave's turn to bathe first, and immediately the first thing you did was run to the bathroom and say you're bathing. Because, in my opinion, Mario does what Mario wants to do when Mario wants to do it. And that's just an example. And you can shake your head around. I'm not saying anything that's not true. And guys, I'm not having this conversation to call you out. I'm having this conversation so that the viewers and everybody can know the real experience of what's happening as opposed to all the good stuff and all the great stuff and this, and we just shove all the negative or the not so great stuff, aside and don't let them understand what is the real situation. So that's just an example. The other thing I'm frustrated about is every one of us in here, with maybe the exception of Andre, is behind academically, right? Is behind in their reading, is behind in their math, is behind in their writing. My goal is to get you guys to attempt to catch up. The problem that I'm facing is that I don't feel like you guys really want to, most of the time. I've tried to incentivize it, I've tried to make it, hey, if you do this, then you'll get game time. Or if you do this, then you'll get to travel with us. Or if you do this, then we'll cook food together. And the problem is that I can give you all those external motivators or those things that you enjoy by doing the things that need like work, like you don't enjoy. But at what point in time do you guys take it upon yourself to say, hey, I want to learn because I realize I'm behind? And that's what I'm getting a little frustrated about. We went on a trip to Ochi, brought you reading books, brought you writing books. Did we do any reading or writing?
Will you ask him? Will you ask him?
You didn't ask me what?
Yes,
I'm
asking him. What did I say?
With London.
Did you?
but you never did. You did sit down, drink a coffee.
Yeah. And then what?
And
then he got upset and sat on the book, mashed up the book a little bit, started reading a little bit, and then gave up.
The book.
And how did it mash up? Okay. Then why didn't you read the book? Did I never get done? Like, what do you mean? What was I need to get done with my coffee? Because the coffee finished.
It's like a bathroom. It's a bit weird now. I'm weird. And I come back out, I'm gonna make a coffee. I'm gonna sit down and I chill.
Right. So what stopped you from? You started reading. I was editing a video, yes? And then you stopped reading.
But you would have made me start over.
So you think I could hear him?
Yeah.
He's read the book several times. He knows most of the words. I was happy the fact that he actually took it upon himself to take up the book and actually start doing it without me having to tell him. Which is better than Dave, who didn't take up the book at all. So I just want to paint an accurate picture. I want you guys to get caught up with your reading, with your writing, with your math. But if you guys, Mario, this is what I'm talking about. If you guys don't want to put in the work, what am I supposed to do? I can only bring you on so many trips, let you cook so many meals, let you play so many games, and at some point you say, hey, I actually want to learn for myself. And you guys make an effort. Craig, same way with yesterday. You didn't show up for the last 3 classes last week, even though you were not, here, but you could have called like you did before. You come here for the first time in class yesterday, and everything's a joke. And the sad part is, you're the oldest one out of all of them. It's not funny. I don't know why you guys think it's funny. Like, I want you to learn. I want you to do better with your schooling. But everything's a joke, and once one person gets started, then the other ones laugh, and it's whatever, we don't have to do class. No, we don't. I try to incentivize class by giving you guys money to do your work. We have to. Okay? But, please stop. Why am I going to put on class and waste my time? That's what I'm talking about. I tell you to please stop, and you have to do it one more time. You have to whistle one more time, just to poke the bear a little bit. It's amusing. It's funny. But that's Mario. That's what Mario does. So, every day in class, it's up to you whether you show up. It's up to you whether you do any work. But if you're going to be rude, you're going to be disrespectful, I'm not babysitting. You guys are welcome to leave whenever you'd like. I'm sorry this conversation's boring for you, right? You slept a lot last night. Would you like to add anything to this conversation?
No. But me and
Okay. So I'm asking for your guys' suggestions.
no,
Please stop destroying my table. You didn't pay for it. You didn't, you know, think it. So I'm asking for your suggestions. I'm still trying to familiarize myself with your culture. But from what I see, this is annoying you. I'm wasting your time right now because you could be out riding bikes, you could be out playing, because that's more important than you guys worrying about school. And I get that, it's summertime. And if you guys were at grade level, I'd say, yeah, go play and have fun. But what frustrates me is that you're all behind and nobody actually wants to get caught up unless you have to go to school or unless you get paid to do it. And so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I'm asking for your suggestions. How do we make this environment the best for you guys so that you can learn as you claim you wanted to? And I feel like you guys are actually making an effort. Dave.
Yeah?
I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Great. Could you answer my question? Andre, you have a bed over there. You want to go sleep? Go sleep. We're having a conversation. Okay. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Come.
So Dave, help me understand. What do you want this to be? And the problem that I have with Dave is that anytime he gets asked a difficult question, all he says is, me not know. Me not know. And that's supposed to be an okay response. And it's not. You do know. How can we make this the best experience for you guys so that you don't feel I'm nagging you and I'm harping on you and you guys actually get something out of it? What does that look like? What is the best environment that I can create so you guys actually want to learn? Because everything I've done so far, yeah, there's been a little bit of success. You've read your first story. You're reading your first story. You're writing a little bit, at least you were. You're writing a little bit. Like, what can I do to make it a more enjoyable environment so that you guys actually want to learn? Because I don't know at this point.
Oh, I'm reading no. I read no.
I want you to tell me, how do we make this environment the best for you guys to want to do that every day?
No.
Every day?
Learn.
Yeah, what does it look like?
Put your work in a way.
I try that. And you're, to be honest,
No.
Dave, to be honest, the reason why you're around so much is because you make the best effort. You've made the most gains. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do for everybody to make them actually want to learn too. Yeah, but you also are one of the most disrespectful kids we have. Yes, you. And you know it, Mario. You know it. You can be great, and you can be really bad. That's your choice. Dave, I asked you here for a conversation. If you don't, go play. If you don't want to talk, I want you to contribute. You're a young man. I want you to be able to voice your opinion and know it's being heard. You guys are welcome to speak your opinion. What is going to make this environment the best for you? Hi, Owen. I try to do that, but you make it like it's a joke every time you come to class. No. And you make jokes, and you fart, and everything's funny, and then I have to kick you out because you're being disrespectful. You're right. Please stop touching my things. Which is why you're in the situation that you're in, because everything's a joke, and if you can get someone to laugh, then you don't have to call out the fact that you're behind academically and you really don't know what you're doing. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do to help you guys if you guys don't want the help. And I'm getting, as I said earlier, frustrated that everything I've done so far has made very little progress. Some of you guys have done great. Yes, I'm happy to see some of the gains you've made. But is there anything, this is your guys' opportunity, anything that you guys can suggest that's going to make this a better environment for you to want to learn? No, you didn't. You said some words. That means, what can I do to help you learn besides give you tasks and assignments, request that you do them, and help you solve the problem? Because that's what I'm doing, and it seems to be a joke to you. Okay. What do you mean you don't know what that means? You don't know what means? Telling you that I'm frustrated, that I feel like I'm creating an environment that you guys should want to learn and should want to be a part of and should get to enjoy the rewards. And at the end of the day, I feel like y'all enjoy the rewards, you enjoy the video games, you enjoy the trips, for those that get to go on them. But then when it comes to work time, it's like, oh, this big task, this daunting task. Guys, I know how to do all this stuff. I know how to read. I went to college. I graduated. What frustrates me is that you guys have this opportunity that someone's actually willing to take the time to get you to get caught up. And I feel like most of you guys, most of the time, don't care. So do you guys have any suggestions? Because at this point, pretty soon, I'm just going to send people out that just act up and don't want to learn. Okay, so I just want everybody to be aware. I provided you guys the opportunity. You guys don't have any suggestions. So I don't want you guys to find fault with me if I change some things to make myself less frustrated. That might make some of you guys not be around here as much.
Oh, no way at frustrated. God, it made me laugh, make joke,
No, I didn't say you alone are the only one. But you do some of the worst things. No, that's not what I said. I said each one of you guys has had your moments of being disrespectful. But you have done some of the most disrespectful things. That's what I just said. How do I shame you? By calling you out when I recognize you're copying someone's work, or that you don't know what you're doing, or that you're making jokes? How is that shaming? I shamed him yesterday, but it was so miserable for him, he can't even remember what I said. That doesn't make much sense. You think if someone did you so wrong, you would remember what it was. So we're going back to school soon, guys, and I don't know what that's going to look like. And I'm sorry I'm wasting your time. You guys, I've got nothing else to say. I've provided you guys an opportunity, and I'm going to do what I can to make you guys may have the best learning environment. But if you don't want it,
we can.
You can't what? Huh?
We can.
You can do whatever you want. I would prefer you to actually formulate. Well, you slept for a long time, but you can sleep all you want. I'm just trying to have a conversation. If we're done with the conversation, that's fine. Yes. I gave you guys a chance to talk. You chose not to say much. Okay.
Why next question?
That was it. That's the only question. Okay, so I encourage you guys to, if you ever do want to learn, you know what you need to do. And it doesn't have to be formally at class 6:30 Monday through Friday. It can be whenever. If I'm available and there's something you want to learn and you're willing to actually put the effort in, I'm happy to do it. But if you're just going to do this, or if you're just going to make jokes, or if you're just going to put your hands in your head and say how miserable this experience is, then don't bother come to me and ask to learn if you're not ready to do it.
Gee,
So, all in all, it's been we call it a roller coaster of the day. Not really a roller coaster, but it's been a day. A day? Yeah, conversate with the kids, you give them that disappointment speech, and then they get a little bit of internal guilt and show up and read some stories and play some dominoes and write some books and did a little cooking. Dave in the kitchen with Sonia making some foods. And so I think at the end of the day, you just got to take one day at a time and accept that, the American cultural value of work, and accomplishment and goal achievement, and it's not always replicated elsewhere. And you sometimes just got to take a breath, realize the water drum's half full, wait for the breeze to die down so it doesn't affect your microphone. And just appreciate bananas for what they are. See you guys.